Hey YouTube, Wolfman here. I know it's been a while, and I'm finally back to doing my reviews. I know to make up for that, I'm actually going to be doing a review of one of my favorite items of all. Well, like I said, one of. I have a few. These are actually very special because these are the only two different versions of the character I have. But hey, the character is awesome. So yeah. Anyway, start off. What year was it? I believe it was 2004. Hasbro decided to come out with something a bit different. They were still Transformers, however, they were a bit complicated. Yeah, I know some people are thinking movie toys. Nah, those weren't until 2007. The Alternators were in between the standard difficulty and the movie difficulty. I finally sold my. I wound up selling my movie Starstream, the one with the Sabotage marks on it, because the thing was annoying. I kept messing up. It took me like about 10 minutes to transform the stupid thing. Guys, do not get the movie toys unless you are willing to actually take the time to transform them. But anyway, I only have is how many do I have left? I have 3 alternators left. Nemesis Prime, and Ravage and Battle Ravage. Prime is not getting his time today. Sorry. Today we're gonna be taking a look at Battle Ravage. I'm gonna try to get out 2 videos to make up for the fact that I've been MIA for 3 weeks. Sorry. So, let's get started. As you can see, he's a Corvette. And, if you guys know much about me, this is actually 2 of my favorite things. 1, it's black, and 2, it's a Corvette. I love Corvettes. That's one of the main reasons I got it. That plus, I've always liked Ravage. Which, by the way, speaking of Ravage, about what people say, he's a Jaguar. Yes, he is. Okay. It's very nice, as you can see. It actually has the Corvette logo on it. And for the license plate, it has the Decepticon symbol, and it says RVG, Ravage. Not a big surprise right there. Yeah, you can't really tell it's a robot in this mode, unless you flip him over. Yeah, underkibble and exposed head. Ravage is one of the few figures that, in robot mode, he doesn't have a humanoid head, which is actually pretty freaking cool. I love that. But yeah, this thing is really detailed. The front wheels do move. And actually, speaking of the wheels, if I can actually get, yeah, as you see inside, very nice. Also, they actually took the time to do interior. What I wouldn't give to be able to drive this thing down the road. I would love to have this thing as a metro car. But that's basically it for vehicle mode. Oh yeah, of course the doors do open, mostly because of transformation. And if you guys actually know me well enough, you know that because of something that happened to one of my Transformers when I was a kid, I don't like the open doors gimmick because my cousin stepped on one of my Transformers years ago and actually broke the it broke the little socket. Yeah, I believe that's what it's called, the little socket. But anyway, I did get a replacement for that, so it's fine. Anyway, moving on. Let's go ahead and transform this bad boy. First off, one of the things you do is open the doors and raise the mirrors. Simple enough, right? What you want to do is you want to unlock these parts right here, loosen them up, and you get them to where they can actually move. Next, you do like this. You separate the front out a little bit, and you actually raise up the hood. It splits in two. You separate it out enough that you can do this. If I can get it out, may have to jiggle it a little bit. There we go. Go ahead and take out the engine. First off, go ahead and do like so. Push those out, and then flip out the little handle. And as you can see, the engine becomes the gun. Actually, you know what? Because that wasn't actually in shot, let me go ahead and like so. Whenever you pull it out, it'll look like this. This, of course, is actually a redeco and slight mod. There are actually a few Corvettes, actually. Yeah, believe it or not, there's actually some detail in here, which is actually, it's nice. Go ahead and jiggle the front. Wait, actually, did I skip a step? Wait. Yeah, I think I skipped a step. Wait, no I didn't. Okay, never mind. You pull right here. Actually, what you do is, you loosen this up, and you raise, if I can get it out. You raise the glass, and it actually loosens up around here. You extend this, and it becomes one of the legs. Do the same for the opposite side. And what you do is move the flaps from the tires up, like so. And then flip out the heel and rotate the foot. It should look something like this. Something like that. I know, I really don't like doing it like this. But whatever. You do the same thing with the other leg. You flip the doors downward. Like so. And then the next thing you do is, if I can actually get it to work, it's stuck. Oh, there it goes. This piece slides out. What you do is you flip it around, and rotate this. You rotate these pieces that were inside, these will become the cannons. And then like so, you flip these down, in this, the crest will actually fold upward, and it'll start to look like this. It'll start to actually look like a transformer. Well, it did look like a transformer. You rotate the wheels around so they're like this. You push this lever right here and extend the gun barrels. Do the same for this side. I'll admit, out of the alternators I've had, this is actually one of the easier ones that I had. That I've got my hands on. Next thing you do is this. Flip the barrels where they're pointed this way. Whoops. And one of them is actually trying to get away. Alright. And there you have Battle Ravage. Very nice, very nice. Go ahead and get him in shot. You see, very nicely detailed. You can tell this is meant to be Ravage. I mean, of course, whenever I was a kid, the first time I ever saw Ravage was as Agent X, I believe is what they called him. Or rather, Comrade Agent Ravage. With the Russian accent. I love the guy's accent. It just fits me. It is awesome. Of course, you can see the arms do rotate because they're on a ball. The wrists do rotate because they're on a ball joint. You do get up and down motion. You can't really rotate it, but all in all, it's a nice figure. Looks great. What I really like is this. The Jaguar mouth actually does open and close. If I can actually get it to open. Wait, is this the one that opens or is it the other one? No, it's the other one. My mistake. But yeah, upon opening it, you can actually see that there's actually like more color now. There's chrome silver on the wheels, the torso. There's metallic red for the barrels of the guns. Also for the barrels up here. And this is why I could not get him to stand. Okay, this makes sense. I couldn't get him to stand because the legs weren't straight. Okay, maybe that's not it. That's odd. Won't stand up. Oh, there we go. And of course, before I forget, locks firmly into place. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weapons, all aimed the same way. You know what? The way this is actually set up, it reminds me of the Freedom from Gundam Seed. Very surprising. I think it's mostly because the gun's up here and the fact that all there is one pistol and 2 really powerful guns on both sides. But that's basically it for this one. I admit the articulation is a bit hindered because of the kibble, but it still is an awesome figure. If you guys get your hands on this for cheap, probably in the 20s, I would say go for it. I mean, if you are a Ravage fan, definitely go for it. I've got one more. I'm actually gonna go ahead and put it up right after this, so you guys get to enjoy 2 videos today, and possibly either a third review or a vlog. Most likely a vlog. but who knows? Alright, this is Black Man Wolf Knight, and I'll see you guys in the next review. Ciao.